WCOS in Hanover.
Good morning, Snacktown. Welcome to WCOS in Hanover. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We are here in front of a live studio audience. They are alive and in the studio. We are coming off of a bitter cold weekend all across the country. But we are warm together on this Monday morning.
Grab yourself a coffee and some Baileys and enjoy your show.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibes we give out here.
Nobody should be working today because it is Monday, December 26th. It is the last day of Hanukkah. It also happens to be the day after Christmas. And we hope that you are all enjoying your culturally appropriate December holidays.
Time to blow that menorah out like a birthday cake.
Yeah. And then maybe get you some cake.
Hell yeah.
Bakery's open.
Ain't got no business being that caked up.
No business.
No business.
No business. We would like to welcome you to the bakery that is episode 17 of WCOS in Hanover. I'm your host, Darnell Fuson, alongside my regular co-anchor and partner, Tom Nutty. Tom?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what we do. It's how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Whoa. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Don't just be saying that. All willy-nilly.
I'm not just like throwing it out there. You know, it's intended. It's an intentional use.
I gotcha. I just don't like it when people just throw that around. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I appreciate it.
Right. If you respect the gimmick gets over. If you treat it, treat it serious. I get it.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. Well, what tales you tell? We are happy to include them here. And another righteous recap for you, our audience, and as you, our audience, and as always, we are looking forward to another Open Mic Nitro. Yes, this is the last Nitro of the year, technically. There will be no more Nitros this year. No more open mics in 2022. There will be no more brand new jokes being told in 2022. No more Mondays will we open the doors in 2022.
When you put it that way, I really hope that 2023 has Mondays.
Well,
I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, you're in luck because January 2nd, 2023 is a Monday, and that will be the first time we reopen our doors for Open Mic Nitro. Yes, it is still every Monday, just no more Mondays in 2022. It doesn't matter what day this Monday is. It could be the day after Christmas or the last day of Hanukkah. We don't care. We'll be here to open the doors.
But if you wait a few weeks, you won't be able to come to a Monday in 22 anymore. Correct?
Correct.
Is that how that works?
There will be no more. If you don't come to this Open Mic Nitro tonight, December 26th, 2022, you will not be able to attend a 2022 edition of Open Mic Nitro in the future.
Which I think might be historically the best year for any open mic ever.
I mean, you say that, but we haven't done the other years yet.
Well, I said historically.
Right.
We're making history every year.
Every single year.
So, if you want to catch the end of history, come out Monday.
Yeah.
We'll probably be here.
Not probably. We will be here every Monday.
100%.
Every Monday. We did all the Mondays in 2022. We didn't miss a Monday.
No.
That's incredible.
That's like 237 Mondays, dude.
52 Mondays.
Fucking
We
close.
did 52 Mondays this year. Well, I guess we've done 51 Mondays. We'll be here for our 52nd Monday. That is,
It's fucking impressive.
I mean, nobody else is going to pat us on the back, so we might as well just take our victory lap here.
You know what else nobody else is going to do? 52 open mics in a row.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
for sure.
Yeah. So we don't just talk about it, we be about it. We show up every Monday at 7:30 p.m. to open our doors and make 16 5-minute spots available for you, the comedians that need to practice so goddamn bad. Jesus fuck. Keep writing. All right.
I mean, do something. Do something with your life.
Just effort. That's all we want to see when you keep coming out week after week. All right. Well, speaking about coming out week after week, this is a show that we do month after month. It is a totally brand new concept that launched last week. That is our Craft Brewed Comedy Show, presented by
Zyken on the Square.
Zyken Fairs on the Square.
Fucking nailed it, bro. Nailed it.
And that show was a hit. We had a packed house here in our showroom in the Grand Auditorium at the Church of Satire Comedy Club for comics such as Jeff King, our very own Tom Nutty, and Kevin Slattery was here.
He was also here, for sure.
He was also
We
here.
had a pile of people here. Had Aaron Patrick here. Fucking good Baltimore comic. Bill Monahan closed the show out, which
Comedy legend.
anybody who knows anything knows that he's a comedy legend.
Comedy legend.
We had Nick Oka open the show. Shout out to everybody who was here. It was a good fucking show. We had a packed house.
Yeah.
Everybody made some money. It was a good night.
Yeah. Yep. And if you want to know who else was on the show, you can't. Can't find out anymore. Show's over. But you can buy your ticket to find out who is on next month's show. Yes, January 18th is the next Craft Brewed Comedy Show.
And that's going to be brought to you by the Winner's Circle in Hanover.
Yeah, that is brought to you by the much easier to pronounce, the Winner's Circle in Hanover.
Yeah, which they're also going to do drink specials, food specials, everything for the show. So just stay tuned to the social medias.
We will have updates on that. In the meantime, go to www.churchsatirecomedyclub.com to get your tickets. While you're there, get yourself something nice for this weekend. Yes, I'm talking about tickets to see the one and only Frank Vignola live here in the heart of Snacktown, USA, Hanover, PA.
Hell yeah.
Frank has toured the Middle East with the Armed Forces Network, and we are arming you, the people of Hanover, with the ability to catch Frank in a time of peace. He's been on Sirius XM, Comedy Central, and now he'll be here in your hometown, assuming that your hometown is, in fact, Hanover, Pennsylvania.
And if it's not, don't make it your hometown.
No, but please do come and visit the Church of Satire Comedy Club only in Hanover, Pennsylvania. That's right.
This weekend show, that'll be New Year's Eve and New Year's Eve running concurrently like that.
I feel like you said those backwards.
What?
Doesn't New Year's Eve happen before New Year's Eve?
I mean, it's really up for interpretation. You can sprinkle Eves in wherever you like.
Whoa, I don't think so. I think you got to balance it out with a few Steves.
Whoa, God made Adam, and not gonna say it. I was going to, but you know.
I almost got him.
You almost tricked me into homophobia again. God, I hate when he does that.
Normally, I'm tricking you into homoeroticism, but every once in a while, I like to pull the old switcheroo.
Really confuses me. I'll be honest with you, but I like being kept on my toes.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope.
I mean, just because you're an ally doesn't mean you're incapable of hate.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. But I feel like I make up for the hate with the love.
Keep,
you know,
keep paying your love tax. Yep. You can show us some love by hanging out with us this weekend to close out your year with Frank Vignola, Jay Yoder, Casey Nicholson, Reverend T. Mac. What a great way to kick off your 2023 and close your sad little 2022 book.
I'm going to be honest with you. My brain, it's still 2019.
Yeah.
Like, you can say all these other numbers, but still like 2019 to me.
Yeah, I don't know if mentally I've gotten any older since like the age of 24.
No.
It's kind of just stopped right there.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Believe me.
Yeah.
Believe you me.
We've done 17 of these, and it seems like we've been doing this the entire year. Right?
I mean, look, when you see as many faces come and go in this show as we do with our live studio audience.
Right. I mean, we have so many great guests and correspondents.
I mean, it's really...
one of them not Greg Billett. And then such a great, supportive, wonderful, full audience here every week.
It's really just been a blessing having all these people come through. I'll be honest with you.
So bless. All the bless. And you could
And if you get here, if you want to come out to a show, we'll interact with you before the show.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a great interaction with the guy that works at the quarry before the show.
Yeah. Turns out they have guys working at the quarry that know how to, and I quote, grod rocks, end quote.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. The internet hasn't made its way to that guy. He did not go to www.churchofsatirecomedyclub.com. He did come here and...
he was reading an equipment trader sitting in the pews before the show started. That's how I knew he was going to be cool.
Right. And I knew he was going to be even cooler because he was trying to sound some of the words out and really just touching the outline of all of the tools and tractors.
And he wasn't even blind.
No, he just doesn't.
He was reading in Braille, but he could see.
Yeah, he just doesn't know how to read words.
Words are hard.
Words are hard, and counting is hard, and it is that time of year again when budgets get tight, and we all start looking for ways to cut corners and shave costs and pinch pennies, and I pinched a penny one time. She slapped me.
Comedy.
Consumer Reports released a report about news consumers and found that the first thing folks cut back on during a recession is their news services. And we can't have that. We need an informed populace. We here at WCOS believe that the news is a utility and it should be made available and affordable to all of the public, whether it be in times of financial prosper or times of financial ruin.
Right,
even.
so, I mean, even if things are so bad that you're stealing a loaf of bread from your local baker, we'll still be here with Pay What You Want. And if that's, you want to trade half of that stolen loaf of bread, we'll take it.
We'll take bread. Give me that bread.
We be out here getting bread.
Getting that bread.
Getting that bread.
We spend our hours digging through the news cycle to hand select the finest, most reliable news headlines and bring them to you at a price that can only be beat by Sheetz 2 for $1 hot dogs.
Shout out Sheetz.
Thank you, Sheetz, for that 2 for $1 hot dog offer for all Sheetz Rewards customers. It is now time for a segment we here at WCOS call Gently Used News. What a hit.
That's a fucking banger.
Such a hit.
Makes me want to aggressively read news.
I love news.
Do Molly and have sex.
I'm so passionate about the news. I just need people to hear it. I do. Originally reported December 21st, 2022 by The Guardian, Italy has decided to let hunters loose against a, quote, invasion of wild boars. I guess my family's on vacation. The
fucking tourists. That's what they're called.
Yeah, American tourists. Yeah, go ahead, shoot them on sight. These wild boars are common in the countryside of Italy, but Italian farmers have seen an uptick in the population of these boars, which have also recently been spotted in central parts of Rome.
Like the Vatican?
I don't think that's in Rome. That's in the Vatican City.
Yeah, but I mean, it's right there.
Nah, it's a different country.
I mean, it's not really.
It is.
It's like it's a municipality.
So it's like how like Washington, D.C. isn't Northern Virginia.
Yeah, that's true.
It's different.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Picking up what you're putting down.
It's a what they call a papal state.
Oh.
Not a people state.
Papal is in like the Pope.
Right. The papacy. Rhymes with rapacy. Interesting. Bum, bum, bum.
Did we just figure it all out?
I think we did. Case closed. We cracked the Da Vinci Code. All right. The Italian Amendment, also known as Amendment Parmigiana, also states that hunted animals may be eaten provided health authorities deem them safe for human consumption.
Oh, boy.
The Farmers Lobby estimates about 2.3 million wild boars, or bless you.
Sorry, I'm just allergic to this bullshit.
The Farmers Lobby estimates about 2.3 million wild boars are roaming cities and countryside all over Italy. Critics of this amendment have said it breaches the Italian Constitution and right. Who needs constitutions? We're proving that right now as a country.
Yeah, they're more like suggestions.
And it also
Suggestitutions.
that's a good name change. Also breaking nature conservation rules. Neat.
I would like to go hunting with the Italians. I bet it's like super over the top.
I bet they have terrible trigger discipline. They're always like, fine. Hey, I'm shooting here.
Oh, God. What kind of pasta's in that pig? That kind of shit.
Right.
They all got gold chains on. I feel like I have a real Americanized version of what Italians are.
Yeah.
You know, but I
Yeah.
like to picture them that way, so fuck it.
Yeah, I like my Italians to be a little more like 1980s.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that.
You know, like dirty shirts.
Yeah. Wife beater and gold chain.
Right. You're hip. All right,
Yelling at the neighborhood.
Right. Guy that moves to Florida.
Everybody's an uncle.
Right.
I know you ain't got that many brothers. Why is everyone the uncle?
Why do I have so many uncles? All right, that one hit. That one that one landed right here in the audience, live in person. Should we interview them? Okay.
I mean,
they've declined to comment. Moving forward, I guess. What?
So,
No.
let me get this straight. The pigs are invading Italy,
Yes.
and their plan is just to shoot them?
Yeah, I think so. That's what it sounds like they're going to do.
I hope they kill them in, like, creative mafia ways.
Like concrete
Concrete shoes.
footed
Yeah.
pigs.
Absolutely. Like every episode it's like Sopranos, but it's just pigs.
What if they filled the pigs?
Whoa.
Like, all right, hear me out though.
Cream-filled bacon.
Well, okay, I hadn't thought that far, but I guess that you could, in fact, fill it with cream.
Would that make a crispy cream pie? Is that what that would be? Is that what that would be after that?
Pie. We made shake and bake, and I creamed. All right.
Whoa.
Hey now.
The pigs are leaking all over Italy.
Yeah, well, I guess they're boars, so I don't know if that makes them different. Maybe you can't cream fill a boar.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. We should go get an Italian hunting license. I bet it's just like Italian wedding soup.
I bet you got to wear a tracksuit when you hunt.
Gay. All right. Well, now is time for a game that we love to play here at WCOS in Hanover. We typically have more participants here.
Every once in a while, we'll have some guests on here to play this game. But tonight, it's just me and you, buddy.
It's just me and you.
And I feel like you might already know the answer.
I do already know the answer. I should be exempted from this.
So your points won't count
My
towards
points
the season total.
My points will not count.
Nope.
However, just for, like nobody wants to sit down and play both sides of the checkerboard, right?
I don't know. I know some people. Go ahead.
What fun is it to sit down and play both sides of the checkerboard? You need somebody to go back and forth with, so I will fill that role for you in your life right now.
Hell yeah.
For a game that we like to call Florida or Faux Florida. I will read a news headline, and then we will try to determine whether or not this story comes from Florida or a state acting like Florida. Are you ready?
I don't know.
I don't know if I am either. This one's wild. Okay. Our headline reads, sex offender accused of trying to buy child again at grocery store for $100,000.
$100,000. So I'm going to eliminate Mississippi right off the top because the whole state doesn't have $100,000.
Right.
Much less one person.
Right.
Sex offender or not.
Right. GDP for Mississippi is like $47,000.
Yeah, it's not good.
And
for all you people out there, just know that's not good.
Yeah, that's before federal taxes.
Yeah. Fuck them. $100,000 for a child.
That does not seem like California money.
No. It's definitely not a quality child, I'll say that.
Could be like a Wisconsin child.
Yeah, or it could be like a coastal child that comes with extra chromosomes. It's like a it's like a Build-A-Bear. You know what I mean?
Oh boy. How so? Go tell me more, Tom.
It's like a Build-A-Bear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you get X amount of chromosomes you can use. Some people sprinkle 13 in there, you know. Fucking works out for the better sometimes. They can count fast. Shit like that, you know. You pick the abilities of your child.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. Wow. So I'm going to say I usually go that it's not Florida, but I'm going to say this one probably is Florida.
Well, I can tell you that you are correct.
I am correct?
Yes.
Hell yeah. That's fucking one of these I've had right. So keep it going for that, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Our headline reads, sex offender accused of trying to buy child again at Florida grocery store for $100,000. What a wild... That's just a crazy amount to be
Do you think he approached it as like, hey, I'm John, I'm a sex offender? Or did they find that out afterwards?
Well, originally reported August 26, 2022 by clickorlando.com. A
Wow.
Florida sex offender, 85-year-old Helmuth Kolb, is once again being accused of attempting to purchase a child from a mother, this time at a grocery store. The Port Orange Police Department said Mr. Kolb approached the 8-year-old girl and her mother at a Winn-Dixie grocery store
Yikes.
in Port Orange, Florida,
Jesus
to
Christ.
tell the woman, quote, how pretty her daughter was, end quote, before yelling in the parking lot that he would, quote, buy her for $100,000, end quote.
Like he was at an auction.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first off, nothing good ever happens at a fucking Winn-Dixie.
No.
Let's just say that right off the jump.
No.
You know what I mean? It's a
I've never-
Southern Walmart is what that is.
Yeah. You know, I understand. Hear me out. All right.
Oh, I'm down.
I get how a person could come to the conclusion that they were going to make an impulsive decision to just run up and snatch a child. That's an unwell person making bad decisions, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But with the context of the unwell person, the bad decisions, the impulsivity, you can look at that situation and go, okay, I see how that person made a bad, wrong, impulsive decision to take that child. But to offer money to buy a child, that's such a disconnect from the reality around you. There are a few things that you can't just openly offer money for in public. One of them is sex. Another one is drugs, and then the last one has to be children.
I mean, I feel like just people in general. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Right.
Like it
You
wouldn't be
can't just
okay if he
buy-
offered to buy the mother either, you know?
Fair.
So,
Fair. Yeah. Well, the mother told police that Cobb asked about the child's age and described the conversation initially as, quote, harmless, end quote, but still, quote, creepy, end quote, according to the arrest affidavit. Detective Michael Wallace with the Port Orange Police Department.
everybody in Florida sounds like a fucking NASCAR driver
Yeah. Well, it's a state full of NASCAR drivers.
and fans.
That's where it started.
This bitch was probably buying
Daytona
snacks for a
Beach.
NASCAR party
I'm
at a
super
Winn-Dixie.
sure.
She was getting a charcuterie board, but with no veggies.
No veggies. No veggies. Michael Wallace with the Port Orange Police Department told Newsweek that through investigation, it was determined that Mr. Cobb violated the terms of his probation. Yes, if you'll believe this, Mr. Cobb was previously arrested in October of 2018 after he approached a woman and her 8-year-old daughter outside of a Walmart in Port Orange, Florida. The woman, Tracy Nye, said, quote, it seemed like a friendly conversation. He didn't seem like a threat at first, end quote. And then Mr. Cobb began asking if she would accept money in exchange for her daughter, stating the first amount was $100,000, then offering $150,000, then finally $200,000 before she attempted to leave.
Not only is this guy a fucking sex offender, but he has lost every auction he's ever bid on. And
Here's my question. How does this guy have $200,000?
here's the real question. Do you think he really does? Because, or do you think he's just going to be steal the kid anyway? You know what I mean? Who's going to go to the cops after you sell your kid, right? Say the lady went in on it, right? She's like, okay,
Right.
200's a fucking good number. And then the guy fucking takes the girl and doesn't pay. Who do you call? And you'd be like, look, man, I sold my daughter and I didn't get paid. Is there customer service for that? Does PayPal protect against those transactions?
I think maybe Wayfair furniture company.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Has a
You could buy
policy
a
for
dresser,
that.
get a small child.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
It's like one of those fucking mystery eggs you get with a stuffed animal in it. You don't know what's going to be inside of it.
Yeah.
Then you open up a trundle bed and you got twins, that kind of shit.
Why is my dresser named the Denise Collection? There's body parts in every drawer.
Whoa. Requires some assembly.
Well,
Build-A-Bear.
yeah. Yes. All right. Mr. Cobb had been sentenced to 5 years probation after the previous incident, which he was caught on camera grabbing the young girl's arm, trying to pull her away from her mother, and kissing her wrist, according to police.
What if he's a time-traveling prince?
Dude, gross. He doesn't look Saudi Arabian at all.
Whoa.
Port Orange, Florida police.
Hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's other kinds of princes.
Yeah, sure there are.
Prince Andrew. He
That
would
guy.
never do anything like this.
He probably would.
I don't think he would.
He might.
Nah, it seems like a
Yeah,
good guy.
but again, Saudi Arabian prince. Police are encouraging anyone who may have had similar experiences with Mr. Cobb to call 386-506-5894 or to email knugent@port-orange.org.
K-Nugget.
K-Nugget.
You think
Yeah.
that guy's allowed to have an eBay account?
The Cobb, the old guy?
Yeah,
Helmuth
the
Cobb?
time-traveling prince.
No.
No? You don't
No.
think he's allowed to have eBay?
No, I think his loss record on eBay is too big.
I mean, for sure, he hasn't won many.
Taking straight L's.
He just doesn't know how to approach people. That's his problem.
Straight up L's. All right. Well,
Moving on.
in our final gently used news piece, originally reported December 16th, 2022 by NBC News 4 affiliate WSMV of Nashville, Tennessee, a human heart has been discovered in a Tennessee Department of Transportation salt barn in
Hell
McEwen, Tennessee. According to Humphreys County Sheriff Chris Davis, TDOT workers were combining products to make brine for road treatment when they discovered what they believed to be a weirdly shaped rock.
Hell yeah.
What an odd shape. Heart-shaped rock. Heart-shaped rock, hard boner. All right. Davis said,
Whoa.
I've got 32 years in law enforcement, and I do have to say this is probably in the top of most bizarre things I've ever seen. You
If-
don't say, Sheriff.
I would like to hear his top 5. So if you want to reach out to us, 100% I would like to hear the top 5. If that wasn't the most fucking weird thing.
I will be following up with Sheriff Davis for comment.
Fuck yeah. Hit us up, Sheriff Davis.
Sheriff Davis also said the heart had been there for a while and was obviously dehydrated from the salt. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation was on the scene helping sheriff's deputies sift through the salt for other remains, but had not found any at the time of this reporting.
Did anybody offer the heart a glass of water?
I don't know that the
I don't know how hearts work, man.
I don't know that the heart can always have what the heart wants.
All I know is this heart will go on. So
Love is a battlefield. Boy. Sheriff Davis was appreciative of the TDOT workers who acted on an uneasy suspicion that something wasn't quite right.
it's
He
a good
said,
thing I don't work there, because 100% I'd have just thrown that in the fucking mix of.
I would have just
shit.
thrown it in the rock grinder.
Yeah, I'd have been like,
I'd be like,
imagine, like, how dumb the guy working there had to be, where he was just like, first off, like, I understand thinking it's a weird shaped rock, but like, keeping it. You know what I mean?
I'm going to sit this one off to the side.
Right. This is
like
a nice rock.
Yeah, that's a neat rock.
Look how it's shaped. They're gonna like this at the football game.
Could you imagine trying to sell that as like a bootleg football?
I know who wouldn't win that auction.
Helmuth Cobb, 85 years old, Port Orange, Florida. Child fucker. All right.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's really the underlying story here is that an adult, was going to keep the rock.
So I bet they wanted to, but Sheriff Davis said, they got to thinking, and when they got that first inclination or doubt in their mind, they made the right call. I'm very appreciative of that, and hopefully we can find the rest of the remains, then the family.
Well, that's a good order to go in.
I hope they will be thankful for that as well. What a charismatic guy leading this town through this heartless tragedy.
Speaking of charismatic sheriffs, have you seen the show Netflix, Don't Answer the Phone? Have you seen that? Okay. Well, I'm going to take 5 minutes and talk about this.
Okay.
There's a Netflix show, right? It's called Don't Answer the Phone, and it's about the dumbest fucking people in America. Okay. So there was a guy that was prank calling McDonald's, and he said that one of the employees stole a wallet. He was pretending to be the police. He said one of the employees stole a wallet, and that the manager had to strip search this employee. So the manager does that, strip search the employee, right? So now there's a naked employee in the office, right, being strip searched by this manager.
No.
With the cop on the phone, right? And the manager's like, I don't have time to do all this. When will you be here? And the cop's like, we're going to be a while. Do you have anybody you trust to watch the suspect while we're getting there? Okay. We're an hour and a half into this. Hold on, it gets better. No. So they bring in, the manager of the McDonald's calls her husband to watch this naked employee. And then he gets on the phone with the police officer, right? And then the police officer is just like, make her do jumping jacks. So he does. And then he's like, spank her. And he does. Okay? And then he's like, as a law enforcement officer, I'm going to need you to get oral sex from this girl. So then.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, dude. Everybody involved is fucking dumb. It's just dumb. So I was like, everybody's in on this for sure. Like, there's no way everybody's fucking this stupid.
Right.
Okay. Then it turns out it happened at like 3,000 McDonald's across the country because this guy was just sitting in Panama, Florida, making prank phone calls until it got to one old guy who got on the phone and was like, "You're not a cop," and that's where it stopped.
What?
Yeah, dude, you got to watch it. It's fucking wild.
Okay.
Fucking wild. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Watch the first episode, and
This
you'll lose
sounds-
faith in America.
This sounds scary.
It's not scary. It's fucking. I mean, it's not supposed to be funny, but I laughed a lot. But anyway, what I was getting to is the one sheriff who started this case is like the most fucking cartoon human alive. He's like a Southern guy, and he's like crying. He's like, I just gotta get justice for Louise. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, watch it. Check it out. It's fucking great.
Crying sheriff, oral sex in a McDonald's office. Who wouldn't want to watch this?
I mean, it's two of my fucking favorite things in one spot.
Well, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations has determined through forensic testing that this weird-shaped rock was a heart that belonged to an adult male, and additional DNA testing will be performed to try to determine the origin of this heart.
I feel like they're saying all this shit, but they have no idea what's going on down there.
Who would?
No, I mean, I wouldn't know what to do with a random heart.
Who? If I found a heart, I think the first thing that I would do is like
Taste it. I mean,
well, close. See if my dog would eat it.
and if he didn't,
Who has time to figure out what the fuck to do with a human heart?
if
like,
I was
Jesus
that cop,
Christ, dude.
I'd have just showed up and been like, "That is a nice rock.
That is a weird rock.
You go
Let me
ahead and
see it
keep
real
it."
quick. I'm gonna take it home.
You go ahead and keep that, Toby. You collected it. You earned it."
Yeah.
And that guy goes home, puts it in a shoebox full of 37 other fucking rocks that he gets from the salt mine. God damn.
I wonder how many of those rocks are actually just big salt licks.
The fucking remains of that body are in his shoebox. He just thinks they're rocks. And somebody finally caught him.
Look at this hand-shaped rock.
Wow, I ain't never
These rocks are shaped like toes.
this. Oh, Halloween rock, and it's just a head. You know?
This is the headless rocksman.
Oh God, Godspeed, Tennessee. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
I like the way they really put their heart and soul into treating the roads down there, though. I will say that. You know what I mean?
Heart and salt, baby. That's it. All right. Well, let's see. That's all the news that I think we can afford to break this week.
Yeah, we don't want to overload you guys with all these good news stories we like to bring you, full of joy and wonderment.
That's right.
Whimsy. That's one of my favorite words you use on the regular.
Whimsy's a good word.
You're one of the only people I know that uses it, and I appreciate it. Just wanted you to know that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, we may have a little whimsy here for you. We have, we want to share our worst holiday gifts.
Hell yeah.
Maybe the worst gift you've gotten. Maybe your worst reaction to a gift. Honestly, we waited for this week to do it to see maybe if we got a worse gift this year. But I'm pretty thrilled with my little haul, my little Hanukkah haul. A little holiday haul there.
Yeah, I didn't
Tom?
really get any bad shit this year. So this year I don't really have much to add, but I did have some fucking wild holidays as a young man. So
what was the worst?
Going through it in my head, and it's not really, well, it was the worst, but one year I was gifted, it was a nice heavy box, right? It was probably, I don't know, yay by yay big. It's a good sized box, it was heavy, and I was excited. And I opened it up, and there was 4 20-ounce Diet Cokes in this box. And that was my Christmas present.
I didn't know you could get Diet Coke in a 20-ounce.
You can.
Oh, I guess a bottle. You said bottle.
Yeah.
For some reason, you said that, and I still thought cans. I thought a 20-ounce can.
It happens.
My brain dyslexia is bad.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
I don't know. Maybe I'll start explaining things sideways.
Ooh, that could help.
That might help.
Yeah, lay down.
No. Whoa.
A
little genuine panic in my heart right there. Anyway, I thought we were going to do sex. What?
Happy to hear it. Yeah, me too. That's what I came here for tonight.
Week 17.
I never got a really terrible gift, per se, but I was a fairly anxious child, right? And there was one year in particular where there was a bunch of kids losing their fingers and toes and shit to razor scooters.
Oh, I thought you were going to say gout.
No. The gout epidemic. No. So razor scooters were, like in the news one year right around holiday time. And
the old shin busters.
I remember that one of my uncles bought me a razor scooter for Christmas, and I opened it up, and I said, "What the hell are you trying to do? Are you trying to kill me on this thing?"
How old were you?
Oh, man. I had to be like 9
22?
years old.
No.
I wish I was 22.
What the hell are you doing, guy? Is that how you approached it, like a tiny Italian?
Yeah.
A tiny Southern Italian?
Yeah, I was a tiny little oregano seasoned tot. Tiny oregano tot.
Oh, God. The hell are you doing here, guy?
Yeah.
I did also.
That did not fly well.
I got another one, right? I got a light switch cover one time. That's a true fucking story. I got a light stick cover. I mean, a light switch cover and a stick of deodorant together. It was like a package deal. It was good.
I've never seen that offered at the Walmart.
I mean, I feel like if you buy one and steal one, it's a package deal. And I think that's how it happened. Because that's what I received. And really, I mean, that's one of the things. It wasn't a really good gift. Or it wasn't really a bad gift. But it's just like, it's stuck in my brain. It's like, this is fucking Christmas. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you think that like a light switch cover and a stick of deodorant isn't necessarily a bad gift?
I feel like they're both useful items. You know what I mean? Like, I did need a light switch cover because my house didn't have one. My room didn't have one.
I don't know that I've ever needed a light switch cover.
I
so
didn't
I'm
really
starting
need
to
it,
see
but it was nice to have in the days forward. And like the deodorant and whatever, everybody needs that. It was just really, like, there was zero thought put into it. That's where I'm going with this.
You know, the way that you talk about this time in your life, it almost makes me wonder if the deodorant even helped.
No, because I think it was like, what's that, White Rain?
Right.
You know what I mean? The old fucking gangster dollar store brand. It might have been women's deodorant. I don't know, dude. I was like 8.
Mitchum for her.
But Dal says sucks.
We have some submissions for worst Christmas gifts through the WCOS in Hanover at gmail.com.
See, this is my
address.
favorite part of the show is when our audience and our viewers chip in on the show and help us with this kind of content.
Right.
You guys mean the world to us.
One audience member wrote in.
Timestamp that. I want that reaction that I just gave her. I'm just going to use it in everything.
One audience member wrote in a heated butt plug. No more information there. I don't know if they gave this gift or received this
They're
gift.
saying that this is the worst.
One of the worst.
Did they
gifts.
misunderstand the question?
Maybe they don't have a butt.
What the fuck? Yeah,
Maybe
our fucking super high IQ audience just shouted out, maybe they don't have a butt. Maybe it was a neck massager that's meant to start at the bottom. Did anybody think about that?
Maybe they don't have a butt.
Jesus Christ.
Another audience member writes in that as a teenager, he gave his parents a framed copy of the paper he signed to drop out of high school.
Hell yeah, guy. Hell yeah.
That's
must have been nice to know your parents while you were in high school. Fucking asshole. Go ahead.
Oh, boy. All right. Another WCOS in Hanover listener wrote in, dissolving condoms.
Now, that I can get behind because usually it's the lady tricking you.
Right. But now you're tricking the lady.
That's all right.
Yeah. Hey, girl, guess what? Surprise, I'm going to owe you child support. Fine. That sounds like a bad deal.
I mean, you got to fuck the right ones.
Right.
Hang outside of nursing school.
Rubber tampons.
What?
Why are all these
things insertable? Everything you've listed so far can go inside of you.
Everything except the dropout letter. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I feel like that should have went first because there's only one way to go after dropping out, and that's inserting things inside yourself.
Wow.
I hope the next one's like a set of rubber hands, used to clap. If you're too lazy to clap, buy these rubber hands, and you could just clap.
No, the next one is a living creature in a box.
Wow. I hope that didn't go inside.
I mean, technically, still insertable.
Does it say what kind of living creature?
No.
No?
No.
Fuck yeah. God, I love this audience.
A box of diapers.
Okay. Also usable. I hope you
that
had
one
children.
doesn't seem so bad. I mean, unless you don't have kids.
Yeah, if you don't have kids, that's a fucking
that's
weird
a pretty
gift.
bad,
But
right. But I know plenty of people that would probably cry if you gifted them diapers. You like that's
like happy, happy cry.
Right.
Right. I know people that would cry if you gifted them a living animal in a box.
I missed that one.
I know. You was reading real hard. You was reading real hard.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I can't read and listen. Another WCOS in Hanover listener wrote in that their grandparents burned to death in a house fire on Christmas Day.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty rough. All right. I think we're done with the bad Christmas gifts.
I mean, the fact that they even listed that as a Christmas gift tells me how they felt about their grandparents.
That's a pretty rough
I'm going to be
one.
honest with you.
Well, we don't know what kind of inheritance was left.
That's true.
We don't know what kind of financial gain or benefit there was from this house fire. This house fire may well be an arson.
It might not even been a house. Could have been a trailer.
Well, I mean, depends on what your definition of house is.
Well, usually my house doesn't get towed away.
Yeah, well, typically my house doesn't catch on fire.
Fireproof housing. Shout out to that guy's grandma, grandpa. We can really bring in the heat on Christmas. Go ahead.
Bring in the heat. All right. Good enough. Well, I believe we have messages from Tom's box. Is that the case?
I believe we don't.
No?
Nope. Not this week. We don't. And it's really my fault because I forgot to put it out Monday night. So it happens.
No box.
No box this week.
What happened to all the messages from last week that we...
Which ones?
The ones that were in there last week when we were desperately out of time and the tape machines were rolling and we said we'll get you updated next week.
Good call. Good call. They're probably still in the box. Would you like to read them?
If they're there, if we have access to them, yes.
Little inside baseball for the viewers here. Nothing makes me happier than watching him get upset at me. Production assistant. God, that feels good. No wonder you say it so much.
Yeah.
Can I yell at her?
Just do whatever you want.
Hurry up! You're ruining the whole show.
We are
This whole show's ruined.
Currently awaiting Tom's box. Tom's box is a little bitchy tonight. Yeah, Tom's box.
I love it
has
when
a little
Tom's box
attitude.
hands me Tom's box. Thank you. Look at that. Jesus Christ. That was aggressive.
That was very aggressive. Everyone clap for production assistant Macy.
Listen to the roars.
Yes, the roars. All right.
All right. Now we got... God. Well, I already know who got in this box. I'll tell you that.
Who's been in your box?
Everybody.
Who's been in your box?
All right. Let's get through these.
I'm so happy there were things in your box.
Oh, really? Just wait. All right. First fucking letter in the box just says, comedy sucks balls. Just because you don't understand it. Whoever wrote that. Fucking piece of shit.
I wonder if that was Kevin.
I don't know. Somebody else probably wrote it for him. Anyway, fucking next one on the list. Now I really thought that was going to trigger the elephant walking music.
Almost.
This one just says, shout out to Gary Glitter. I'm not going to Google this one because I've already been had with this once before. If you remember, like episode 12 or 13, when they made me look up a child molester.
I actually know this.
You know Gary?
I don't know
Okay,
Gary, but I learned this on one of those VH1 I Love the 80s specials way back in the day.
Pop-up video.
Gary Glitter had that rock and roll song, rock and roll. Right. And then he also had a thing for small boys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Again.
Wow.
This one just says dingleberries. You know what you want me? That gets the music. Dingleberries.
Dingleberries gets the music.
Fuck yeah, every time. Oh boy. This one says, I hope the guy who goes last at Open Mic Nitro dies of extreme autism.
That just seems like hate speech. Maybe he did. Maybe the guy that goes last at Open Mic Nitro did write that about himself.
And another child molester reference for the fucking crowd. How did Jeff Sokol's pizza look? And the answer to that question is fucking delicious.
I think you just made it on the list.
No, dude, he was just eating a pizza.
All right. Well, we're gonna
You watched that episode of To Catch a Predator? All jokes aside, you watched that episode of To Catch a Predator.
Okay.
And he's eating pizza that looks like that shit from a Goofy movie. You know what I mean? That pizza we all wanted as a kid, that cartoon pizza with the stretchy cheese.
Yeah.
That's what this shit looked like. I don't know where he got it. I don't know what area of Connecticut he was in, but it looked like goddamn good pizza.
Okay.
He was up to no good, but the pizza was fucking legit.
Hot. Well,
Giggity, giggity.
I believe that we are all out of show.
Oh, shucks. All out of show. God, every time you play that sound, I just want to say a word.
What word?
I can't say it. Jesus Christ. That would be fucking so cool.
All right. Well, we are going to just take a quick second to pour one out for the homies.
Bro, that does not sound like pouring anything out. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's not piss. It's pouring one out for the homies.
That's an aggressive squirt. Right up against a fucking stop sign. That's what it sounds like.
You've never had latex sheets.
You ever stirred macaroni fast as fuck?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
You ever stirred a lady?
No. Ladies they don't appreciate that. You know who appreciates that? Whores.
Making milkshakes. All right.
More. Wow. What's your... Oh, what a way to fucking end it. What a way to end it. Shout out
all
whores.
out of show. We have nothing else. Nothing else this week for you. Oh, man. What a
fucking banger of a show.
What a wild, what a crazy way to end 2022. This is the last WCOS in Hanover of 2022. Tonight is the last Open Mic Nitro of 2022. This weekend are the last comedy shows here at the Church of Satire Comedy Club 2022, headlined by Frank Vignola. Tickets for all of our events are at www.churchofsatirecomedyclub.com. Did you miss anything?
I think we pretty much covered all the bases.
That's got to be it.
Don't buy kids in Florida.
Don't do that.
Don't do that at all.
Don't Google Gary Glitter.
Maybe Google Gary Glitter. Fucking, if you're in Italy right now, fucking pork is cheap.
Pork is cheap.
We have the best audience in the world. We can say that. The most interactive audience in the world.
Yeah.
We've got average production assistants.
Insubordinate production assistants, even.
We're about to have no production assistants.
About to have fired production assistants.
Unemployed.
Yeah.
Put that on your fucking resume.
Hey, you just got promoted to audience.
Dude, imagine getting fired from the best podcast to ever come out of Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Imagine getting fired from anywhere in Hanover, Pennsylvania.
God bless.
All right. Well, that's it.
That's it. That's it.
We don't have anything else. That's that. This is the week. We hope that you enjoy the rest of your week. We hope you've had a great Hanukkah. You had a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. For my co-anchor and partner, Tom Nutty, I've been your host, Darnell Fuson. Good morning, Hanover.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just want to make sure we weren't recording before I said what I was about to say.
We are recording.
Carry on,
We
my
are
wayward
recording.
son.
All right, Kansas.
Get down.
Yeah, okay.
We should be equipped with tomatoes we could throw at the audience.
That's where it's at. Okay. I think we're ready to start the show.
Ooh, settle down, everybody. Party's getting started.
Everyone quiet on the set. Wow. They're pretty
It worked,
good at this,
dude.
right?
It worked, dude. I love your way. I love the way you can command 30 to 50 people at one time. Just like that.
Yeah, I am a dictator. I can tell you how to dictate.
What's your favorite kind of
Okay.
dictators? Au gratin,
No.
mashed,
Tots.
dictator tots. Dude, what a fucking cool TV show that would be if it was just little kids dressed up as dictators. Like you had little Stalin. Dictator tots, dude. Fucking so good. Why are we not fucking rich? Somebody make that happen. I don't know how to draw things.
I can't draw good either. All right. We are going to start the show in 3, 2,